realize the camel and llama are actually distant relatives and evolved from the same ancestry. The camel can reach around 5 feet tall at the shoulder and weigh anywhere from 180 to 1,000 pounds. They are covered in a soft fur that is slightly shorter than the fleece of a llama. Camel makes a sound like a camel and can live from 30 to 40 years. Super cows. The Belgian super cow is known as somewhat of a mutant breed of cattle. Its origins date back to the 1800s when Belgian scientists and farmers decided to breed native cattle with shorthorn cattle. Over time, the breeders would select the biggest and strongest animals of each variety and breed them together. These cattle have a muscle yield around 20% more on average than cattle without the genetic myostatin mutation. GenPet. This isn't a real animal created by scientists and is probably one of the greatest hoaxes in modern history. The marketing behind this shrink-wrap pet was so good that many people believed they were real. The creator Adam Brandeis created the pet and the website where you could purchase one. With either a 1-year lifespan or a 3-year lifespan, they caused mixed reactions from people who thought the pet was actually real. Sterile pink bollworm. The pink bollworm is a serious pest when it comes to cotton farming. Not only do the young larvae inflict damage to the cotton plant by their feeding, they chew through the cotton lint to feed on the seeds. Since cotton is used for fiber and oil, the damage is twofold. The problem was so bad that cotton crops were plowed over right as they were harvested. This might sound like some new technology, but these sterile pink bollworm moths were first released into the wild in 1968. Glowfish. Glowfish are a brand of genetically engineered fluorescent fish. The very first fish to hit the market was the zebrafish, which came in a rainbow of colors, including starfire red, electric green, sunburst orange, cosmic blue, and galactic purple. It is sold only in the United States, where it remains the only genetically modified animal to be publicly available. These fish were genetically engineered by working with jellyfish protein to develop a fish that could detect pollution. So they can now be sold as pets for an aquarium full of amazing and colorful fish. Zorse. This crazy-looking horse will make you do a double take and exclaim, "Why does that horse have stripes?" The Zorse is a result of crossbreeding of a male zebra and a female horse. It turns out that the zebra part gives the horse high resistance to certain pests and diseases, which normally would affect horses and donkeys, making them not only a sturdy but also a very hardy animal. One of the Zorse's most notable features are the dark stripes that are darkest on the legs and on the rear. Savannah. Many of you have probably seen this animal before, because it is a favorite among celebrities. Savannah cats are spotted and is an animal that was bred to give the impression of grandeur and dignity of a wild cat with a cheetah or leopard-like appearance. An interesting thing about this cat is that since 2006, they have held the Guinness Book of World Records for the world's tallest domestic cat. And by the way, if you're thinking about owning one of these cats, be prepared to fork over between $12,000 to $20,000. See-through frog. Have you ever imagined a frog that you could see through? Japanese scientists created frogs that their skin is see-through in their early lives. It means that there is no need to dissect frogs for medical research, as you can see right through them. You can even see its blood vessels and even its heart pumping. However, the mutation is rare, as only 1 in 16 frogs end up being transparent. EnviroPig. EnviroPig was genetically engineered to produce up to less than 65% phosphorus through its urine and feces. The high phosphorus from their waste ends up in lakes, rivers, and ocean deltas, where the high phosphorus waste can cause outbursts of algae, which rapidly depletes the water oxygen, creating vast dead zones for fish and other aquatic life. The thing about the EnviroPig is that it is a genetically modified animal bred for human consumption. Taigen. This one has a tiger head, a bit of a lion's body with a tiger's tail. Tigers usually have a body length of 8 to 9 feet. Between 1936 and 1938, both the London Zoo and the Manchester Zoo had Taigans. One of them, a famous hybrid cat named Maud. The Taigan lived at Manchester Zoo in England in the 1930s and 1940s. Both of these animals were born in India, and they were gifted to the British Royal Highness. Wolfen. Wolfen was born to a male false killer whale and a female bottlenose dolphin. These two animals shared an aquatic pen with each other, and well, the Wolfen was born. The male killer whale in this story weighs 2,000 pounds and measures 14 feet long, while the female bottlenose dolphin weighed just 400 pounds and measured 6 feet long. Jaglion. Here is yet another big cat hybrid that is possibly the most interesting of all the big cats. Jaglions, as you might have already guessed, have a jaguar father and a lion mother. At a place called Bear Creek Exotic Wildlife Sanctuary in Ontario, Canada, these two are so rare that they might be the only two jaglions in the entire world. See-through goldfish. The joint team of researchers at Maya University and Nagoya University in central Japan produced the see-through goldfish by picking mutant hatchery goldfish with pale skin and breeding them together. You can actually watch how the goldfish matures and grows bigger inside and out. But while goldfish are easier to keep, frogs are higher forms of life and therefore preferred for experiments. Dolly the sheep. On July 5, 1996, Dolly the sheep made biotech history when she became the first animal clone from adult somatic cells. Animal cloning from an adult cell is much more difficult than that of an embryonic cell. So when scientists working at the Roslin Institute in Scotland produced Dolly, it was the story that shocked the world. Dolly was the only lamb born from 277 previous attempts to clone a sheep. Alligator snapping turtle. These creatures are prehistoric and brutal looking, and it's no surprise that their behavior matches their appearance. With their spiked shell, bear-like jaws, and thick scale like the tail of a dragon. Interestingly enough, they are often referred to as the dinosaur of the turtle world. Males can average 26 inches in shell length and can weigh up to 175 pounds. Usually the female of most animal species are larger, but the female alligator snapping turtle only weighs around 50 pounds. Which one of these is your favorite? And if you've come up with your own hybrid, tell us about it in the comments. Abby and Brittany Hensel. In this place we find two people, and not necessarily because it's a tie, rather because they're inseparable. It's about two Siamese women in a single body, a condition that is due to a malformation in the belly that makes them have two spinal cords, two sets of lungs, and two hearts. They have even dictated classes as primary teachers, showing a great example of overcoming any challenge that life brings. Gary Turner. If you've ever imagined being the rubber man, British Gary Turner is the closest thing to reality because he suffers from a genetic disorder called Ehlers-Danlos, a syndrome which allows him to stretch his skin. Despite the fact that his condition generates pain in certain joints, his smile never goes away, and he's even acquired the title of the man with the most elastic skin on the planet, managing to stretch the skin of his stomach up to 6.3 inches. That is all for now. Like always, if you enjoyed it, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and leave us some love in the comment section. To keep up to date with all of our awesome videos, be sure to hit subscribe and turn your notifications on to never miss a thing. Until next time, do take good care of yourself.